We're going to be seeing if we can dominate the galaxy through agriculture. And so if you've been following the stream, thank you so much. I appreciate that. If you are just joining in, we're going to be taking a look at a few things that I like to incorporate in my runs. And so I like to give you, yes, you, the person watching my stream right now, the chance to impact my game. And so after each stream, I try to leave it on a point where let's take a look at it. Let's just take a look at it right now. So here is my YouTube channel. All right. When you go to it, you'll see all kinds of videos. You'll see a character dressed as Thanos. Sometimes I get into costume, and last year we had a blast. We had all this jazz here. And so, yeah. But what we're looking at in today's video is we're going to go to the community post here. And if you scroll down, the very last post that we looked at, it is this is a poll that I made yesterday after the stream, and there will be one after today's stream as well. And so I'll be posting a link in this video. Just hover down there and you'll find it. But yeah. In today's stellaris stream, my galactic farmers market finds itself sandwiched between two hostile empires. Despite our efforts to improve relations, they have declared us rivals. However, after conducting a thorough intelligence gathering operation, we have determined that these empires are relatively... What's going on? Oh, you had me scared for a second. I thought something was happening. I'm currently uploading a video right now onto YouTube. But hold on. Before we continue though, it says here that we've determined that these empires are relatively weak in comparison to our own. Now, do we attack them now, or do we have advantage while we have advantage, or do we use more diplomacy? And so I gave you guys the chance to vote on it. And here it is. Waste no time, fire at will was one of the options, or more diplomacy, make friends. And you guys voted for violence. And so we're not going to be wasting any time here. I'm going to jump between two screens and we're going to go to our Stellaris game. I'm going to switch our music up as well. And I want to go to the I like this, but I like my Stellaris music with no lyrics in it. But yo, Blade Wolf and Talibron James just discovered the series like 1 hour ago. Nice. Yo, am I hyped for the new DLC? I sure am. Guys, I have a video coming out after the stream on YouTube. I know today we had a Dev Diary 297 dropped. And so be sure to check that bad boy out. Also, this Conquering the Universe with Agriculture run has been getting some crazy fun numbers on YouTube. And speaking of YouTube, guys, if you're commenting in my YouTube video right now, I'm logging in. I'm still kind of new at this stuff, so please just work with me a little bit. Still trying to get this thing figured out, but there we go. We're good. Blade Wolf says, wait, what instantly are the devs subjecting to us now? If you want to hang out after the YouTube, look, after the stream, I got a video that is uploading like literally as we speak. And I just go through, I read the Dev Diary. I'm trying to get more involved with the Stellaris community. And so I just wanted to go in, check it out. That was my first reaction to it. So it'll be up after the stream. This video will also be on YouTube. This live stream will be on YouTube. So yes, guys, we are now streaming on 2 platforms. So are we excited for the new leader change announced? I'm excited for it all. Leaders, councils, what else? Traits. All kinds of stuff. Barely Bread, what's going on? Welcome to the stream. Guys, I'm glad you are here because we are going to be taking a look at the empire that I'm playing with. Right now, we are only 21 years into this game. And so if you are watching this from YouTube, I'm so sorry. I take my sweet time on these runs. I love chatting with the chat. But I also like trying to get through some story as well. So yeah, here is the Galactic Farmers Market. This is my grass-fed empire. And what happened in the last stream is okay, well let's start from beginners. Before any of this, a lot of these empires you are seeing are custom-made empires created by members of my Discord. And so my community, I gave them the option to create things, and that's what I like to do. I like to make this as interactive as possible. And so yeah, this Tim Curry Space Exodus empire, they are right at my borders, and they just declared us a rival. And so there's the alert there. Emo says it's going to be quite the update DLC coming in 2 weeks. I know. And it's so crazy thinking that it's going to be here in 2 weeks. I feel like it was just announced a couple of days ago and it's like, boom, DLC in your face 2 weeks from now. Let's go. Did you make my custom empire before starting this one? Barely. You'll have to remind me which one it is, but I'm pretty sure I have every empire in this game right now. Also, as a side note, are the Galactic Farmers Market lithoids or robots? We're actually, I'm just playing with a regular human empire. And so I wanted it to be kind of like, you know, farmers. In this case here, hold up. Exclamation point, empire. You're going to get all the details you want to know about the Galactic Farmers Market. Because I had a Galactic Farmers Market as a lithoid. Nice. Oh yeah. So guys, here is our GFM empire. For my governing ethics, we're playing with why do I keep saying Ator? I'm thinking of attorney right now. Fanatic, authoritarian, and materialist. For my civics, since we are we're gonna have to do something with all the food that we're gonna be producing. Right now, it doesn't look like I'm producing a lot of food. That's because I'm selling it on the market. But I went with catalytic processing here so that we can turn food into alloys. And functional architecture, that way we can get an extra building slot. And your ruler is Argarian, perfect. Good eye. Yes, he has the fertility preacher that gives extra food from jobs by 10%, and the architectural sense. And so both of these are pretty good. My deputy has the fertility preacher as well. And so that's my heir. We are a imperial empire. And for my origin, I wanted to try out prosperous unification. And so this one just starts you with a little extra pops. Look, this is me being punished playing with all the new first contact origins. I want to start my game with pops, and I want ships. Fanatic attorney. I don't know why I kept saying attorney. You got to be a bio with catalytic processing if you want to justify the stupid amount of food. Emo, I also, often people to make biomass to shove in the machines. Oh yeah, that was something we were thinking about doing as well, converting pops into food and then just having another supply of food. Guys, all right, so here is my empire, everything that is in this blue border here. Tim Curry Space Exodus just declared us a rival, and if we check their empire again, I have a spy network made with these guys. And so if we go to espionage, I've been just gathering some intel on them, but I have enough right now to know that our fleet power is much stronger than theirs. On top of that, I think they were just at war as well, and so I think now let's try something else. Let me see if I can propose subjugation here, because if we can, oh no, they're not having it. They're not having it. And so we may have to force Tim Curry Space Exodus to become our subjects. And guys, you voted for this in the YouTube channel. There is our community post. We had a poll. Everyone voted, and everyone voted for war. There were a few that voted for diplomacy, but yeah, a lot of warmongering going on in the Alpha Young Delete YouTube community post. And so, oh, not pops, it was pre-FTLs. This is a thing Stellaris allows you to do. It's cursed. Abduct pops, turn them into food, and then sell them. Wow. I know someone that's done a playthrough like that. I've never done it myself, where I've sold other people their disintegrated, freshly cooked bodies back to themselves, but let's see if we can, declare war. This is it. What have we gotten ourselves into? I am not sure. Before we do this, hold up. Not to build suspense, but I'm going to go ahead and assign some admirals to my fleet. And so we got a couple here each with different traits. And I'm going to go for the resilient admiral first. We'll see if we can recruit another. Oh, I don't have any unity for it. So yeah, we'll have to acquire in about 2 months. We'll have enough unity to purchase a second admiral, but we definitely want our admirals in these ships right now. And so for my first, actually, you know what? The second fleet is packing a little bit more of a punch than the first. This is the Forward Laser Defense Fleet. We are going to assign Fadra Nick to that fleet there. And on top of that, we're going to gather all of them, and we're going to move them. Let's see, what do we have here? All right, so we're actually going to have to go around this way. So we have 2 lanes right now, guys, and I'm going to do a little bit of weather manning here. So, as I've said before, above my noggin, this is all my border in this area. Now, the only way that this red border can get to my systems is if they go from here to here. And then they have to rotate their way up and all around through here. Now, my home world is located right in this star system here. Another way that they can get to me is by traveling through these systems. But the thing is there are some alien entities that are in these two systems that are preventing anybody from really traveling through it. And so if you send your fleets through those systems, good luck. That's all I can say. Because they're probably going to take a lot of damage there. That reminds me of some short story I read about sci-fi. Oh. I shall have to deafen to tab. I am in voice chat. Copy that. Emo says, we don't eat food, we eat rocks, which means we already ate cannibal, but we're just sharing and caring for the galaxy. If there's plenty to go around, I mean, sure. Eat it. All right, guys, so we've now looked at the hyperlanes that are going to be important in this war. And again, I mentioned earlier that those hostile entities are in these two systems. This one in particular, you know what? We actually could probably take that down. So war is still going to come to this game. We might just take our time here for a second because there are two potentially habitable worlds in this system. And if I could get my hands on those, that would be phenomenal. There's a Gaia world there as well, but that planet is a holy world, and I'm going to stray away from that. Now, back here on planet Barn, we're going to look at our planets real quick before we dive into the game here. We have some low amenities. We have a little bit of crime starting to produce, but I see here I have 2 more enforcer jobs that can be filled on this planet. And then after that, we got a bunch of clerk jobs. So this right here is probably the reason my amenities are low. Nobody wants to be a clerk. But as over time, the pops keep growing, that will begin to fill up. So I'm not going to stress too much about that right now. Here, we had an amenities issue because we got rid of this colonist job, but now things are turning around. And so we have another city district on the way that's going to open up another building slot. I am selling a lot of food right now. I wanted to check that out here. I might go ahead and build either another agricultural district, or we're going to start getting some energy grids on my planets because the ships that I have right now are having a major upkeep on my energy production per month. And so if we can see here, some of the main things that are running up the cost of my energy, and you can see right there, it says ships are sitting at 38.67 energy credits. That's what it's costing to upkeep those bad boys. The close second is only 21 credits coming from my stations. Actually, star bases cost a lot as well. I didn't realize how expensive those were. But yeah, star bases and ships both are putting a heavy strain on the energy production per month. And so, yeah, now will be due time for some energy credits. That way we can make room for more food. Now, on my bases, I have hydroponic bays on nearly all of them and anchorages. For my science ships, we're going to be researching projects like we did in the last stream. And there's still a lot to look at. But in the meantime, though, I have my ships currently moving to this Alpha Lycus system. Sell food on the white market. I mean, we could. That's what we're doing. We're selling food on the market right now. 63 food is our selling right now, or how much food we're selling. And yeah, we only get 0.5 energy credits for it, so not a whole lot. But we'll take what we can get from selling the food, and we'll try and get more here as well. Turning humans into biomass, and you'll have to sell it on the black market. No, we're not turning any species into applesauce. Yo, Gravy D Train says farmers unite. Yes, we are farmers. Bum ba bum 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 bum. Welcome to the stream. How you doing? We had a poll in my YouTube community post. Tim Curry Space Exodus was talking a little reckless. We are moving our ships in a good spot here to get ready to attack them, and we are declaring war against a rival. They are our rival, or they declared us rival. And so on top of that, let's close our borders here. Things are about to get serious. Now, fortunately for me, none of my civilian ships are in their border, so they will not be going missing. They did before, and this empire has already closed their borders to us. But from what I'm seeing here, it still looks like their military power is pretty pathetic. Yo, Gaming Brain, hi Alpha. Thoughts on the new DLC that's coming soon with the new leader system? Yes, I'm going to save it, guys. On YouTube, I have a video coming out this evening. It's going to be about the DLC, but yes, I'm hyped for it. That's what I'll say. That's the gist of it. But there's so much that was in that dev diary, 297, that, wow. And I literally just read it before the stream. So let's be xenophobic. It's really in this year. My species is going to be more galacticalist. So we're trying to take over the galaxy. And whether that be through war or diplomacy, we can do this the easy way or the hard way. In this case, the Tim Curry Space Exodus is going to have to learn it the hard way. I have 700 alloys right now, 1,000 consumer goods. I'm going to sell a handful of those, and I want to buy some more ships. But instead of using it on the user interface on the right side, we are going to hop over here to our fleet manager. I wonder if I could merge this. I'm pretty sure I can. Oh, it's okay. So this is already a reinforcing ship here that I'm going to imagine is probably traveling to merge with the Rapid Strike Craft fleet. But yeah, this is the fleet that we have here. This one I was going to make half and half. So I made two different Corvette types. I made one that has lasers on it and point defense. And then the other Corvette class is my auto Corvette class. And so that has the mass drivers and the torpedoes. And so this one I'm going to split 50-50. I want to have 10 ships of the lasers and another 10 ships of the kinetic weapons. And so we're going to reinforce all of those, and we'll see what happens here in a bit. You're a YouTuber too? Yes, I've been uploading more frequently on YouTube this year. I took a little bit of a break, but now we are back at it, and I've been kind of doing something a little different. I've been streaming it a little bit more frequently, and I feel like that's a good way to get some of my stuff out there on that platform. And so yeah, remember me when you take off. Also, hey, yo, all right, guys, I gotta pause the stream real quick. Gravity Train says your cut is fresh. Your barber did you right. I cut my hair. Now I'm by no means on a barber's level, but yeah, I did all that. I'm trying to figure out how to fade my hair on my own. I feel like I've had so many. Now I've had some good barbers slice me up, all right? But these days I feel like it's just such a haggle to find a barber that's consistent, and I don't know. I've just been so on and off about barbers. I know that barbers have to make money too, so they have their prices, but for me it's just like, you know what, if I can do it at home, I'm gonna figure it out. And so yeah, I've been cutting my own hair, trying to get a little bit better at it. I'm kind of worried, you know, old man Yang here. I'm getting some reseeding, but I'm not going to jinx myself. I'm hoping for lifelong hair. I mean, you are a farmer, so you could be nice and diplomatic and achieve ultimate power. Yes, in today's stream, yes, we're going to either achieve power by force or by diplomacy. Can you mail me your hair asking for a friend? Yo, Grandma Pork, what's going on? Blade Wolf. So Blade Wolf says we felt that the council feature didn't sit that well with the Jest Out fantasy, but also didn't want to see these players. Oh yes, you're that's from the dev diary. So yes, the Jest Outs getting their own council. It's like kind of like branches of like coming off the Jest Out that are part of the council. That is epic. That is epic. But guys, we got FTL Impact. It says a massive crater on a planet. Let's see what planet this is. The one right behind my noggin here. It says this world appears to be the result of a collision with a starship. And from the size of the crater, we suspect that a ship exiting a hyperlane at maximum velocity rammed the planet for reasons unknown roughly 10,000 years ago. Now, my scientist has picked up a residual subspace echo near the crash sites reminiscent of a collapsed hyperparticulate field, but as the ship itself disintegrated on impact, the theory cannot be verified. Hmm. And so that is remarkable.
Construction
Yes,
finalized.
more leader traits. That's going to be interesting as well. I like how pretty much they put like a leader level cap on, and I don't want to say too much. I don't want to say too much because I don't want to say something wrong. But yeah, just there was a lot that was in today's dev diary. Their modifiers affect the empire at whole now, and so that's going to make leaders way more important. And yeah. The Galactic Farmers Market. Let's see. Our ships are not traveling as fast as I wish they would. Sometimes I forget because I'll be playing in another game where I have hyper relays made, and my ships will be zooming, but we're just here in the Japra system, and so let's see. We got reinforced ships in fleet following our main fleets right now.
Special inquiry concluded.
We have a mass extinction event, and if you've been watching this stream from the first episode, we were like pretty much paranoid about mass extinction happening to our farm world, and we wanted to research other planets that also had mass extinction events and see what happened and what we can learn from them. And so this is one of the many of these situations that we've come across, and it says that the cracks in the planet's crust, first presumed to be the result of significant tectonic activity, are actually the lasting marks of impossibly large roots burrowing through the Earth. Now, at some point in the distant past, a freak mutation possibly deliberately induced by sapient beings, though it is unlikely they could have predicted the results, caused the native plant life to grow out of control. Now, these many plants reproduce through pollination with countless gametes carried through by currents through the lower atmosphere. Now, while this process was originally only cause for mild irritation, the exponential increase in atmosphere-borne particles eventually choked the life out of all animals on the planet in a matter of months. That's horrifying. Like, imagine we all just have like allergic reactions and we just can't breathe and we get really puffy. That would be scary. And so this is the toxins mass extinction. And that's the, like I said before, let's go see what our situation log looks like. Here it is, mass extinctions. And so we've now, I think we've looked at 2 of them so far, and we got about 3 more to go. There's a burned planet, a broken planet, and a desolate planet. We also have the Cybrex as well. Tier, hello, welcome to the stream. Grandma Pork says, I learned that instead of sending fleets to attack pirates, you can just max out the star post with 3 to 5 defensive platforms, and not only will they take out pirates, but they will also take out all future pirate attacks. That sounds like some good strategy stuff there. Also, if you're watching this on YouTube, please do what Grandma Pork is doing. Give me some tips and tricks. I'm sometimes set in my own ways, but I'm always learning something new in this game. I take that back. I'm not set in my old ways. What am I saying here? No, we always do some random stuff here, but if I see it a way that is interesting that I may try and play like, I'm all ears. I remember you guys were talking about feeding your species or converting them into food. Now, if you were to make a jail planet, I forget the name of it. What's the name of the planets that are like, it's like a planet-wide prison for the bad species? Somebody let me know in the chat. But when you make that planet, or when you designate that planet for that, you could send all of your like prisoners there, or like set like your species on that world so that you eat them. A penal colony. There we go. Yes, and then you could just, I don't know if this works, but apparently you could, it's a theory now. I don't know if it's still, like I said, this mechanic might have been changed, but you could send all of your species that you're converting into food to that world so that it's only pulling one species at a time. Now, I'm actually gonna have to look into that, but yeah, that was a pretty cool thing that I saw there. Set up a patrol of like 3 or 4 frigates or corvettes and ignore mass building. These are all good ideas. All right, and so yeah, we got this ancient life pod situation here. It says an abandoned life pod was detected in close orbit on one of the planets we were looking at. It is covered in scorch marks, presumably when the pod's mothership exploded, and preliminary scans suggest it was built more than 5,000 years ago. Now, the crew of the Jao Perjmat managed to open the pod, revealing the withered remains of a reptilian alien clad in a resplendent uniform. Okay. And so clutched in one of its claws was the small picture of another individual from the same race, possibly a mate or revered leader. Now, yeah, we'll see what we get from this. We get 570 or 507 society tech points. And here we have gathered some more information from Tim Curry's Space Exodus. And so Tier says that plus 33% immigration pool, plus 100% crime, and negative 25% crime on other colonies on penal colony. And you can only have one. Okay, Carnex, what's going on? Welcome to the stream. Looks like the farmers need to farm harder. Yes. Well, actually, we're selling food on the market right now. I just gotta cut back how much I'm selling. But yes, we do need to get that food under control. Welcome to the stream. Everyone that's here in the chat, I'm starting to see we got some more folks here. Welcome, welcome. Yes! Yes! That Nemesis song right there. I gotta crank this up because this song is just, it's hot fire. But yeah, we just finished a espionage operation here. We are spying on Tim Curry's Space Exodus. We are one step closer to war with our rivals. Their fleet power is still pathetic. Our military fleets are 2 systems away from their designated spot before we get ready to declare war against them. And Yang, the council system makes me think of only one thing. The council will decide your fate. Yes. Yes. And I'm curious, like, just different council features for different empire types. So like I'm wondering, like, will megacorps have their own type of council? Will hive species, will they have a different type of council? How will these all mishmash and blend in together? I'm hype. I'm hype. Galactic Paragons, guys. Coming out in 2 weeks. 2 weeks. That is no time. Nice. Nice. All right, we're gonna do some more expansion here. I got about 264 influence, and we're just gonna move from one system up further. We got 2 more research technologies complete. We have blue lasers, and we have carrier operations. That's gonna be a good module to add to my star bases. And let's select some new research here. It implied that they'll still have the same core 3 seats, but they will get the unique versions of the other 2 seats. Nice. And I believe the modifiers are much wider. All right, so yeah, we got our physics scientist here. And let's go. We got plenty of minerals right now, but more wouldn't hurt. Interesting, interesting. Yeah, let's go for more minerals. Oh, this is our engineering technology. And then for physics, I'm gonna go for quantum theory. We gotta work on that technology as well. Guys, let's see where our ships are in position. I'm gonna get them even further into position. And we're gonna put them right here next to the system so that as soon as we declare war, I can just send my troops right at their borders. And look at this. They got a fleet already waiting.
Construction finalized.
We outnumber them with fleet power.
Scientific progress.
All right, here we go, guys. I think it's a time to go. We are about to declare war after I select some society technology. Yeah, that is very sus, but I'm feeling eager. Ego simulation is going to be my next technology to help me get a little boost towards the food right now. I can live with the negative resources for the time being, but we don't want to keep that in the negative for too long there. And so outside of that, let's see if we can clear out a tile blocker on Planet Barn. Planet Farmers only. This will be the perfect world maybe to add. Let me see. Do I have that energy grid? Sure do. This is going to be the first energy grid building that I've built out of my 2 worlds so far. We have an archaeological dig site. All of this stuff is taking place before this battle, guys. Just want to knock it out so that we can start this thing with no pending events. And it says here that, actually, this is the anyone home. This is the archaeological dig site. It says further studies of the lost civilization on the world that we're excavating has given rise to more questions than answers. Yo, Dean Wallace, welcome, welcome. I see you on YouTube. How are you doing? Welcome to the stream. We're looking at this anyone home dig site, and it says that the plain, sturdy structures are thousands of years old, and all seems to have been constructed at roughly the same time, perhaps as a brief single century. Similarly, any additional or any additions or renovations to the urban structure seem to have been done planet-wide at sudden, widely separated intervals. Now, an oddly punctuated development of this society seems to show no applicable change in population size. And we're just gonna, my favorite meme, one of my favorite memes is where the girl's like, I'm tired of digging, Grandpa. And he's like, well, it's too damn bad. You keep on digging. And so we're gonna keep on digging. That's what we're gonna do. And we get 50 minor artifacts from that. Blade Wolf. Oh yes, more dev diary there, guys, from Blade Wolf. Carnix, how long have I been playing Stellaris for? Since 2018. And I'm still learning something new about this game. It's constantly changing. The way I used to play it on console. I used to have it on what? I want to say, was that out on PlayStation 3? Because I think that's what I had it on. PlayStation 3 or PlayStation 4. But then got a PC and the rest has been history.
Ding, ding, ding.
Guys, we got 5 ding, ding, dings coming from Gravy D Train. Thank you so much for those gifted subs. Everyone that has those, enjoy. I got some animated emotes and other emotes made from other awesome content creators like Space Mouse. Or I know them as Space Mousey. I think someone corrected me about their name. I was pretty sure it's Space Mousey. But yeah, 5 ding ding dings, Gravy Chain. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. And yeah. Wow.
Ding, ding, ding.
Gravy Train, oh my goodness. And another one. Holy moly. The support is very much appreciated. Space Mousey, yes. Space Mousey, there we go.
Ding, ding, ding.
Space Mousey has made some of my animated emotes and they look phenomenal. Absolutely wonderful. So guys, let's go ahead and check for anything
ding,
else.
ding.
5 ding ding dings. I think one more. Oh, that's it. And we just found some space Zro. Where is this located? Ooh, so yeah, we need to get our hands on that ASAP. And I'm wondering, is there yes, the Shroud Enclave. I was like, wait a minute. There's an empire or there's some kind of enclave here. There's a purple planet. There's Zro. It has to be the Shroud Walkers. And so we'll look into them a little bit later on. You're a sub now, apparently. You sure are, thanks to Gravy D Train. And so yeah, Gravy Train just supported the channel and gave out.
Ding, ding, ding.
Yo, guys, you are crazy. All right, so yeah, another 5 more ding ding dings from Radio Wave. What's going on?
Ding, ding, ding.
Thank you for supporting my fellow farmers in our Farmers of the Galaxy run, where we are trying to dominate the galaxy
ding, ding.
through agriculture. And I'm kind of cheesing right now. Much appreciated. And welcome Radio Wave. Hopefully you and everyone else that got subs,
ding, ding.
or if you're just watching and lurking, or if you're watching the video on YouTube, hopefully you're having a wonderful Thursday. Mine has been pretty awesome. We've been getting a ton of just
ding, ding.
traffic coming to my channels here. And I just want to say, for everyone that just stops by, or if you've been leaving likes or comments on the videos, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Let's look at our empire though. So we're getting ready for war. Most of my fleet is sitting in this system. They are eager to go. They want me to let loose on the collar. We're gonna merge these last ships together. Let me see if I can get one more admiral on one of my fleets. Here we go. And we're gonna recruit, we got some options here. I'm gonna go for the fleet logistics. This admiral, I said scientist. This admiral has a modifier decreasing their ship upkeep by 10%. And so we're gonna go ahead and recruit them. And now we have 2 admirals. That's pretty much all I can have for now. we'll double check and see if I can recruit another one. But oh, we can. The Eager Admiral. So they have a leader upkeep modifier that's decreased by 20, and so they're gonna be a little cheaper to recruit. And we'll add them now. We have 3 admirals, and I'm feeling more than confident now that we could probably take on Tim Curry's Space Exodus. And so here we go. We are about to declare war against Tim Curry. And can I not set any goals? It says that we do not have any subjugation casus belli on Tim Curry's Space Exodus. We need to change our war policy. So right now we can only fight in unrestricted wars. Boo! Unrestricted wars. So we should wait. I thought this meant we couldn't fight in wars. Wait a second. Yeah, we have oppressive vassalage. So shouldn't I be able to... Let me declare them a rival first and see if this helps. Oh, yeah. I need to make claims. So I could humiliate them. Let's see. I'm actually willing to spend a little bit of influence here. And we'll make claims on these 2 systems for now. Actually, this system would be very nice to have. Holy moly. This system has 3 planets in it. Imagine if I could take that. So that's going to cost me about 160 influence. If we win this war, we'll get these 2 systems. In all honesty, you should try to subjugate them. Apparently, I have something wrong that's not allowing me to subjugate them. It says here that to make them a subject, we have 2 claims that we are trying to conquer from the enemy and their allies. We do not have any subjugation casus belli on the Tim Curry Space Exodus. Guys, that's a question there I got to ask the chat. How do you acquire a casus belli, a subjugation casus belli? And all can you demand subjugation on diplomacy screen? Oh, propose subjugation. There we go. So I think that's what we'll have to do. We'll have to propose subjugation to them. And let me check something here. I'm going to make it ridiculous. I'm going to pull some MSI type stuff off. I'm going to be like, I want all of your resources. I'm like, you are giving me everything. Oh, apparently I don't have enough influence to do that, so never mind. We can't be that savage, all right? Okay, yeah, just honestly, I'll just take this, see if I can get it. And we'll see what they say. You have the you have higher relative power to force it military? Yes. And that's what we're getting ready to do, Radio Wave. You have to be, oh, you have to be superior to them to subjugate them. Oh, I thought it was if you like sent them a subjugation offer and they said no. See, like right here. So we demanded subjugation. They said negative ghostwriter. And so let me see if I can, okay, so yeah, I still can't do it. Okay, well then in that case, let's go to our edicts here. I'm gonna try something out real quick. I was gonna try to fortify the border, but I have a better idea. I was thinking of a way to get more naval capacity. And yeah, I'm just gonna have to colonize another planet here soon, hopefully. We did just spend all of our fluid, so I can't expand just yet, but this planet over here, I gotta get my hands on it. There's always love here. You never only, the farmer's only combine. All right, I'm not gonna lie, I can't wait. I can't give them a chance to increase their fleet power. We're declaring war. We're going in to conquer and claim. It's beginning.
We have declared war.
There it is.
The galaxy to win.
Farmers of the Galactic Farmers Market, raise your pitchforks. It is time for battle! I'm sending all my fleets into the Perseus system first. And here we go. The farmers. This is going to be a key moment in the galactic farming history. Charge! Attack!
Another obstacle to progress has
Holy
been
hell, where did
overcome.
that come from?
Construction finalized.
Hit them hard! All right, and so we're doing some hefty damage here, and bingo! They lost no fleets, though. Keep that in mind. We did just win this battle, but none of their fleets were destroyed. I think they just tried to evade that whole situation. They're like, whoa, whoa, whoa. These farmers are coming in hot. We also lost no ships, but I'm going to go to the combat report here, and I want to see some details here about what they're packing on their ships. And so for my damage output, I did 106 damage output. My small mass drivers were over 100% efficient. This is going to be 100% or plus for each of these. My small red lasers, efficient. Flak batteries, efficient. Nuclear missiles, 100%. And so all weapons were go, but however, our hit ratio wasn't the highest. My small mass drivers and my flak batteries were sitting around 60%. My explosives, holy moly, 56%. Those are not high percentages. I don't know if I want those. I don't want to depend on those when it comes to my ships here. So next up, let's look at their damage output. It looks like they have on their ships small mass drivers, small red lasers, and nuclear missiles. Now, if you're watching this, I would absolutely love it if you would tell me what you would do with your ships. How would you design your ships to counter something like this fleet here? And their hit ratio is actually higher than ours. But since we're playing single player, I've seen on Reddit posts and other people say it that fleet power it does wonders. But yeah, I try to just make a couple of different types of ships. Here we've defeated their fleet, and now we are going to head forward
Engaged.
and push the attack on their base here. And this is the first base that the Galactic Farmers Market has conquered. Take that thing down. That's it right there. Our first dub. The farmers market is pushing up into the second system. This system is undefended. No bases. This will be a piece of cake to grab. And let's see here. I'm going to actually head to this alpha system really quick since I do have a pretty solid amount of alloys. We're going to go ahead and build not a station, but just a few defensive platforms. Someone mentioned earlier that having pirates, actually having these defensive platforms is a easy defense against those pesky pirates. Not only that, I want to have that be well defended so that just in case, we might lose some ships. Oh yeah, all my fleets are moving.
Enemy
Okay.
station engaged.
We want to make sure that we can still defend ourselves if we lose our fleet. I think Corvettes have high evasion, so that's why you miss so many. Copy that. So yeah, are you saying that those missiles will be more accurate and do more damage to those bigger ships?
Finalized.
Because if so, that's what we're going to need some frigates for. Guys, I got a little cushion room here, and I'm going to sell 10 more, or actually, we're going to sell 8 more food. Try to help us with that -9 energy credit deficit we have right now. And if you guys are just joining for the stream, the ancient Cybrex, or the Cybrex in general, we had that situation spawn up one system away from my home world, and now we have this ancient Cybrex base situation in front of us. And so the hostile and unforgiving world of Terzam 1, which let's take a look at it. Here it is. And yeah, that looks pretty hostile to me. Says it was home to what once appeared to have been a large Cybrex base. Now, nothing remains of it now aside from scattered debris and a large crater, but we will have to investigate the site of the base more closely if we are to learn more. Cool. So yeah, more Cybrex going on here. I got a lot of scientists, and so I got to remember
Concluded.
to to watch those and see which ones that we got to put to work. I see that there. Thank you for the info, Emo. Looks extra crispy. It does. Looks like it was left in the toaster for too long. Guys, we got a swarm here. The Volker swarm, which apparently we've secured. So the Volker are swarming insects analogs, usually both of their large size and the fact that they are livivores, feeding off rocks and minerals in the ground. Wow, that's an interesting insect. And so one of the shuttles belonging to the Jiao Perjmat sustained serious damage when it advertently passed through a large swarm and several Volkers began to feed on its hull. Oh, that's my ship. So the construction of the special containment facilities required to hold these creatures has already begun at the Museum of Xenobiology on my home world. And so we just say excellent, and we collect one specimen. Oh, and so I think that's the collecting species project. All right, and so I'm just gonna go around and send my science ships to research some projects. I got another scientist further out here that is surveying systems, and we'll get these systems lined up and ready to be explored. Here, this is my other science ship. Got lots of these guys again, yeah, like I said before. And we're gonna be starting on the Cybrex base. I don't know if it's, I think right now it's just a project, but if it leads into a precursor chain, we'll see what happens. In the meantime, though, back to our war. We have secured a second system under Tim Curry's Space Exodus control, and we are going to push forward. This time, we are attacking the TRAPPIST system, and this system does have a base in it, no fleets, and so we should be able to grab this. It should be an easy win. But I usually use destroyers once I get them, if not split the corvettes with guns and missiles. Copy that.
System resources analyzed.
All right, and so our fleets are getting ready, and oh, we got a hostile science ship. Yeah, the civilian ships I don't sweat too much, unless it's a construction ship. Those I would like to stop other... Wow, there's another potentially habitable world here, and that is a tropical world.
Enemy station engaged.
All right, so Tim Curry's Space Exodus is now laying claims on one of my systems, but it doesn't matter because right now we are holding them off, and we are taking this TRAPPIST system next.
Reactionaries engaged.
And so on top of that, we have first contact with another empire. Now, guys, after I read through a situation once, I try not to read the same ones over and over again because over time we're going to be finding a lot of other empires, but here we have found some aliens that we've codenamed the Samaketh aliens. And so on top of that, one of my admirals gains a trait. Good. And so Contour gains the Gale Speed trait, granting the following effects, increasing invasion and increasing sublight speed. Now with that commander, or with that admiral, I have to be careful because sometimes with that, they travel a little bit faster than the other ships. And if I have that I keep saying commander, if I have that admiral take point, they could leave my other ships behind and just go headfirst into battle, risking losing all of their ships. All right, and so on this planet, we're producing plenty of food. We got 54 food that is being generated on this world. Here I'm going to build a generator district temporarily just to help us get out of the negatives with those energy credits. On planet farmers only, let's see here. So I have all the catalytic technicians that I can even have right now. We do have an energy grid up, but we have no technicians working that job just yet. I'll go ahead and build one more generator district though, so that as pops begin to grow on this planet, and even if pops begin to go unemployed on my home world due to job shortages or just room on the planet, they'll begin to spill over into the other planets once I get more planets to colonize. And speaking of colonizing more planets, let's expand our borders here. And if you guys check it here, oh my goodness, a relic world, size 25. We have 3 habitable planets nearby. We have an ocean world, we have a tropical world, And we have a relic world. Now with this relic world, this is going to definitely not be what we want right now because there are no agricultural districts. With the limited amount of space that we have, I will probably colonize that building or that planet a little bit later on. But for now, I'm probably looking at this ocean world that has a couple of agricultural districts and this tropical world. Both would be pretty solid right now. Actually, all the worlds would be good. But I think right now I would want to get this ocean world first. So yeah, again, we're going to go ahead and expand here. I'll probably take this system next and just kind of see where these systems lead to. Because if we take this system here, this Kandara system, it'll close off access to these 3 systems above it. So we have an archaeological project that has been completed, and it says that we have found debris on that planet we looked at that was all burned up and charred up earlier from a large ship that does not appear to have been of Cybrex origin in the crater that was once the site of their base. Now, our archaeologists speculate that the ship belonged to one of the organic civilizations under Cybrex attack. If so, it may have been sent to collide with the base on some kind of suicide run. Now, no other explanation for the destruction of the base has been found. And this is going to be an interesting find. And so, again, another Cybrex artifact has been found. On top of that, we got eco simulation. This is going to be a phenomenal technology to research. And next up, I think I might go for a stellar expansion. I want to have more ships. I want to have more food. I want to convert more food into more alloys. And we can do that by getting those two extra star bases there. On top of that, I already have another one available. And this one, let's see, I try to build my defensive bases a little bit closer to my homeworld. And I'm actually going to add one to this wormhole system. So let's go to Starbase. We're going to upgrade this outpost into a starport. And we'll add buildings and modules to it a little bit later on. Now for my fleet, we have pushed up into the Trappist system. Next up, let's go to, let's see, we got a couple of options here. I'm going to attack this weaker system first that has no base protecting it. And then, let me see. You know what? The system has a little small base as well. I'll probably attack that first, and then we'll attack this later. And then we'll come back to the Trappist system. And so we'll do a quick 1-2 punch there. Let's go back to my civvy ships. I knew it. I had a scientist that was not researching. Do I play multiplayer? Not as frequently. I've been kind of playing solo and just kind of trying to focus on making more content on other platforms, Trey Gaming. But yeah, I have had a few multiplayer games in the past. Just right now, I feel like I'm just really enjoying single player and just kind of building these worlds and sharing my journeys on my social media platforms. But yeah, welcome to the stream. Hopefully you're doing well. And yeah, Grandma Pork, I love this game so much. I went from trying to figure out how to break an enemy's empire's defensive pacts to being the leader of the League of Nations and not allowing anyone stronger than me in now that I'm taking them out. Oh, now you're taking them out. Nice. All because of the war for heavens. Man, that situation right there is so crazy. That's one of my favorite Fallen Empire situations. Guys, we got a comment that has been cited. It says, groups of my, I'm just going to call them Haws, watched a comet streak across the sky of the barn. The appearance of this lonely stellar object caused seemingly disproportionate distress, and farmers turned to farmers for assurance that they are not alone. Now, they are convinced that this is a sign of coming isolation and splintering of Howdy's societies. Cool. And so this is going to be alarming, and it's going to decrease happiness for 5 years on my planets. On my planets. That is unfortunate. And so right now, yeah, we are at war with Tim Curry's Space Exodus, and I need to see if there is a scientist nearby. Man, I'm not seeing any, You know what? I'm going to build one. Another one. Another science ship is on the way, and I need to get a colony ship up as soon as possible. Yo, Zorok says, so in my multiplayer campaign with my friends, we have 2 Fanatic Purifiers on the map. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? Are you guys the Fanatic Purifiers? Tell me more. In this game right now, I feel like we're fanatic farmers. We had a empire declare us a rival. Oh.
Construction complete.
Oh no, it's bad. Okay, yeah, usually it is. Guys, I gotta grab my science ship here. And we're gonna switch to exploring, not surveying, and disregard that move. We're gonna go straight towards Tim Curry Space Exodus. I'm gonna research all of this debris that's being left behind. And I'm actually gonna make this system unrestricted. It's not restricted anymore, so now my ships can travel through it, and we're gonna research any last projects here that are in their system that we can research right now.
Together we will build a brighter future.
Blade Wolf says I need to play Stellaris more. Been trying to get into Distant Worlds 2, and I've been thinking of getting Endless Space 2 as well. Zorok says fanatic purifiers hate everyone, and they conquer to kill your species. They sure do. No diplomacy with those kind of empires. Guys, next up for engineering technology, we are going for destroyers. And on top of that, this is going to increase my fleet command limit by 10. And that is coming up in 35 months. On top of that, my intel, this is a worrisome sign. My intel is starting to decrease on Tim Curry's Space Exodus. I have one envoy available, and so we're going to send this envoy over to the Boinkus Empire. And we got our eye on this empire. They are wary of us right now. Their relationship with us is very tense. We're not on the best terms. And so I'm going to build a spy network on these guys as well. And we're going to try to get some information on them a little bit later on. In the meantime, though, let me check my planets. I want to see what pops are working what jobs. All right, cool. So that was my, that solves that there. I have 2 of these technician jobs that are not being worked. If both of these jobs were worked right now, I would have enough energy credits to keep me out of the negative. What do I think about the next DLC? Well, check out my YouTube video because we went through the dev diary for today. That is going to be uploaded right after this stream. And I think it's awesome. Just to pretty much sum it up, I think it's going to be pretty sweet, Zangnong. Galactic Paragons is going to be phenomenal. The changes, I believe, are not only, I mean, I feel like it's going to be awesome for the entire community, but for me in particular, I love kind of diving into the characters of my game. Sometimes I'll get into the role of playing a leader for one of my runs. And so I feel like this just adds a whole nother element of role playing for me. And I feel like it has some similarities to Crusader Kings, which I like Crusader Kings a whole lot as well. And so this is like a win-win. I will take it. And speaking of taking things, we are going to take this system next, if we can. Uh-oh. And so we got another encounter. Okay, thank goodness. I was just hoping it was not up here anywhere. All right, and so what I got right now is I'm currently going through my 3rd wave of recruiting scientists, and that was a maniacal scientist we just got right there. And I'm going to pretty much start this researching crusade against the Tim Curry Space Exodus Empire right now. And all of their debris that is being scattered across the galaxy, I'm sending all my scientists to research it so that we can get more research points from that. Zane says that I feel like it's going to be like Crusader Kings and Hearts of Iron. So I've never played Hearts of Iron. Oh! And yo, farmers, we have victory! Victory! We have defeated Tim Curry's Space Exodus. Yes! Yes, you have shown your military power is superior, but don't mistake this for intellectual victory. You fools! How do you lose a war and you're still taking shots? The best possible outcome. And so we have defeated them. And on top of that, look at this. We got a little boot. This is hilarious. So the 2 systems we got, looks like we're putting a foot up in their butt right now. And so, yeah, there we go. Our foot is now in Tim Curry Space Exodus in their borders. Wow. Wow. That right there, that is a war that we just won. And on top of that, look at this system we got. The Trappist system. Already it has a habitable world. What is this? Oh, but this world does have a situation on it. So we're gonna have to research that before we colonize this planet. But look at that. We just took 2 systems from Tim Curry Space Exodus. And I want to look over here. Now their fleet power is inferior. Let's see if we can propose subjugation. They won't take it. They said they will not have it. And the reason being is their hostile attitude towards us. And so, look, we got peace for now, but enjoy it while it lasts, Tim Curry, because we will be back. Guys, that situation right there, you guys voted for that on my YouTube community post. You wanted us to go to war against Tim Curry Space Exodus. While I was not able to subjugate them, we were able to take a few systems from them. And so this is a round of applause to everyone that took part in that. Thank you so much. Keo Ryan says, hey, don't say nothing, but my nephew's here, which I'll gladly trade for a fleet of ships. Keo Ryan, welcome to the stream. How you doing? We just won our first war, the farmers we have. And now, yeah, we're gonna keep on spying on both of these empires now. Nice. On top of that, my naval cap is shot up a little bit. And we have an upgraded outpost right now. No, I am the farm. Now turn them into food. I didn't get any of their pops. I don't believe so. Let's check our species. Yeah, right now the only species I have are the farmers. And so the farmers are the only species. We will not be enslaving our own species. Actually, I don't know if I'm gonna go down the enslaving route this run. We'll see how it goes, but here I have FTL intimidation technology. This will be perfect for keeping my empires. I mean, if we, all right, we'll see. If there are some species that just have some terrible traits, I got you, Grandma Pork. You went to war against State Farm. We are the State Farm. If I make a federation or some sort of like group of empires, we're gonna call it State Farm. But yeah, there it is, our first victory. Let's get our military fleets. We gotta find them all. And we're gonna send them back to my original base. Actually, better yet, I could see myself attacking this system here on our way back and then just opening up the bridge that this thing was blocking pretty much. But I want to make sure that my construction ships are nearby. And so let's, you know what? I think I could probably go for a 3rd construction ship right now. We'll get one of those up so that we are just doing things all across our borders. Right now, we have a lot to manage. And let's see where... Oh, yeah, see, I have a construction ship all the way up here that is getting ready to build another starbase. My other construction ship is currently... Oh, they're mining. In that case, yeah, we can head over here then. I'll also need a science ship, but geez Louise, look at all these projects here. Projects all over the place, debris all over my rival's system. We just completely destroyed them in war, and we are alive. We are still alive. And so what I'm gonna do next is I'm just gonna travel through here and just make my way through their empire. We're gonna get some intel on some of these systems, see if there are habitable worlds, see what else they have in their borders for Tim Curry Space Exodus. And on top of that, the Anyone Home dig site continues. This time it's the Death Rebirth chapter, and it says a recent breakthrough shone some light on the vanished city builders of Terzam. This is a planet where pretty much all the species they disappeared at once. We don't know where they are, but we're trying to find them. And so apparently the fungal species has a collective cycle of mass death and rebirth. They hatch en masse almost simultaneously across the whole planet and grow up as part of a linked hive mind collective. Now, in the course of their hundreds of years long life cycle, they spread out and reclaim the cities built and abandoned by previous died off generations. And so when nearing the next death rebirth event, they heed some species-wide biological clarion call. Through asexual reproduction, they give birth to a pod that is buried in the ground. The parent dies, and the body decays and fertilizes the ground around the pod, and after a long dormant period, the pods hatch and the cycle begins anew. Nice. And so it's pretty much, this species is like, they're like leaves. They fall off a tree, they die, turn into mulch, neutralize the ground, grow back up again, and then repeat the process. Keep digging. And so this dig site is not finished yet. Let's go to our newly made construction ship, and we're gonna go ahead and just expand over this system. It has Unity in it I could be taking advantage of. Why not? We'll knock it out. And I have another first contact coming up there. Blade Wolf, something I saw online once says that I had a professor once tell me that plants were obviously not conscious because they can't run away from an attack. I guess he thought intelligence requires legs. Yeah. Didn't they say something about when you cut grass, the grass is like actually screaming? Second sight. General Second Sight. Welcome to the stream. Welcome. We're celebrating our first win. We won our first war against Tim Curry's Space Exodus. And I want to check up on the Boinkus Empire next. We have a spy network that's been made, and I have enough infiltration right now to gather some information from these guys. And that we will do right away, even though I don't have energy credits for it. In due time, we will. Also, I still need to get a... Okay. Yeah, I need to get a colony ship made because this planet right here needs to be colonized ASAP. On top of that, it has an asteroid belt modifier that gives it extra minerals from jobs and maximum mining districts. All right. And so the Boinkus Empire. Got to keep an eye on these guys. All right, guys, this is our third mass extinction event. We're learning about extinction level situations that have happened on other worlds. Earlier on in this stream, we looked at I think it was Noxus, or the plants that grew out of control and destroyed a planet. Now we have a barren world. And so let's see what this mass extinction is like. And so it says here that life on the now barren planet was sadly doomed from the start. As if by some cruel stellar conspiracy, the dominant species on the planet barely had time to awaken to sapience and invent agriculture before through unfortunate geological mechanisms. Sorry, I'm looking at like 3 different things right now. So the Earth started turning sour. Samples from lower soil strata and the fossilized remains of the creatures that once roamed the planet show that several vital minerals needed to rejuvenate the soil ended up through their largely agricultural diet in the endoskeletons of the native beings. Now, their bones were prone to fossils rather than decay, and their very existence exhausted the fragile ecosystem they inhabited, leaving it permanently transformed in the wake of their passing. And so, yeah, Zaynog says, did you know that you can left-click the notification icons to hide them? Yes. Yes. And sometimes I do that. Other times I just ignore them. I get so many of them that, like, especially in the late game, I keep clicking through them. But another thing I'm looking forward to is with the new Galactic Paragons, you get those notification settings. And so that decreases the, like, you know, if you get all these first contact, I know the Empire I'm having first contact with. I don't need an alert for every one of them. But I mean, yeah, you can now set priorities to your alerts. Okay, and so what I think is happening is happening. Pops are growing on my planets. Jobs are getting filled in. These technician jobs are starting to fill up. And so I'm seeing a slight increase towards the energy credits. Consumer goods, on the other hand, we need to get those filled up as well. And so on this world here, this is Planet Farmers Only. Let's get a city district made. And we'll come back to that. I just want to get a building slot opened. All of my ships are heading back to our home world. And I got to remember that to unrestrict this system here. And it looks like they are going to get this Gaia world system. You know what? I'm actually going to let them have it because the Gaia world in this system belongs to a holy empire that's all the way over here. These guys, actually, no. I think it's these guys. These are the, I'm just going to call them the half protectors. They're a holy guardian empire. and I know better than to colonize those Gaia worlds, and so we'll be definitely passing on that. Now guys, we got an archaeological dig site that has finished. Let's see what it is. The Anyone Home dig site. It says the final answer to the mystery of the vanished fungoid society turned out to be fairly straightforward. The planet's population is not lost at all. They're still here, gestating underground. Now, analysis of an uncovered pod indicated that the species' century-long active lifespan was nothing compared to the pod's state gestation, which seems to go on for a few thousand years. Now, their simple cities, built to withstand long neglect, stand silently awaiting their return. Now, it says here that, so there they are, slumbering in the ground, awaiting the day when they'll rise and start the cycle once more. And so these species are actually still here on the world. They're just in a point of their cycle where they're like mulch. And so now we get the Secrets of Life research option, and we get the Ancient Refinery research option. And so this is one of our first archaeological dig sites that we've completed. Let's go, and that'll have minor artifacts in that system that we can exploit. And so yeah, see here, Tim Curry Space Exodus still expanding. As much as I would like those systems, I didn't move my fleets in the proper direction there. And I want to go to my technology because I want to make sure that I am researching some tech here that gives me a extra base. Okay, yeah, so 54 months until we get this. That Ancient Refinery is so useful. Copy that. We'll look at that when we finish our next tech and see what it's all about. And so here I just gathered information on the Boinkis Empire. Let's see what we got. Not a lot of intel just yet. Let's do it again. We are going to manage the spy network and gather just a little bit more intel on these guys. I want to know what their relative power is looking like, because if it's weak, I may take the chance to attack them. We are going to be a little aggressive in this game here, and so yeah, the first war we won, I have high hopes now. We're gonna go for a two-peat here, and so actually, you know what? I'm curious to see. We can propose subjugation to them. What do they say? So we actually have a higher chance of increasing or subjugating the Boinkis Empire than we do the Tim Curry Space Exodus, because they are like, yeah, never. We are never doing that with you. Now, we have a truce right now that is going to last for another 9 years. And so we'll have to wait before we can attack the Tim Curry Space Exodus for a while. Let me gather the rest of my construction ships here. And you know what? Instead of just clicking here and having them all just like oh, nice, researching some debris. I just lost my train of thought. I'm sorry about that, guys. I don't even remember what I was going to say. But yeah, for now, I'm just going to go ahead and have all of my construction ships just automatically construct, except for the one that's up here. This one's on a mission. We are getting planets still. Look at this. We got 3 systems back to back with habitable worlds. I actually turned my habitable worlds down in the game details earlier before the first video. I usually play with that a little bit lower so that that makes worlds a little bit more valuable in the game. But yeah, we're in the year 2227, making a little bit of progress here. We're gonna keep this game going. Grandma Pork says that I find not selecting commence when ready more useful than selecting it because it tells you when an operation is complete. I actually didn't know that. Yeah. Another first contact. Do I even want to know? That's the question there. So we got about 500 alloys. After I find another system to research projects in. There we go. Actually, disregard that. We're going to keep that scientist here for now.
Finalized.
So right now we have our fleet. All of our fleets are pretty much heading back to our home world. They've seen some combats. We are repairing those. And on top of that, we just made first contact with the, I'm just going to call them the Holy Zorak Empire. This is a indolent overlord. Uh-oh. We have a problem. I can already tell it now. Oh, actually, they're xenophiles. Okay. So an indolent overlord is an empire that relies heavily upon their vassals, rarely interested in much beyond their home systems. They do not engage in others in combat, nor actively expand their own borders unless forced to. Now they say that I speak on behalf of the Holy Empire, and I bring you greetings. Our great leader, Empress, I'm gonna call him Loki Trail, is very pleased to have made contact with your unique species, and we look forward to an exchange of culture and ideas. Now, don't get any wrong ideas here, man. I'm not trying to become anyone's subject, but I'm going to respond in a friendly manner here and say that we all have much to gain from this encounter. Cool. On top of that, you're going to further get my food out of, or my energy credits out of the negative deficit by selling even more food. And so I'm going to add about, we'll add about 30 more food to the trade. And that should give me more room with my energy credits. In the meantime, I need more tech desperately. My technology is just, it's hurting me right now. It's hurting to see, but I can't even build that until I build another, I need artisan jobs. And so the tech will have to wait. The tech will have to wait. Let's see here. For my next building, you know what? I think I might go with some a robot assembly plant. We need to expand pretty quickly here, and I'm going to have to probably depend on robots, especially since we have, not depend, but utilize them on other planets, because we have this relic world here. I don't really want to put an organic species on it, and waiting for terraforming tech, I don't know how long that's going to take. And so if we can get some robots in our empire, that would be phenomenal. The Holy Empire wants to establish an embassy with me, and we will take that. After that, again, I'm keeping my science ship here in this Rotanev system. And there we go. We got another planet in our borders. But the thing is I'm going to continue expanding in this direction until we either meet another empire or, I don't know. I'm kind of curious why I haven't encountered someone over here yet. But yo, we found the scavenger. And so the Break system is a sprawling graveyard of mechanical debris. The wreckage of untold numbers of Dialect's ships circle its star. And that's what we're looking at right now. This ancient battlefield. And so it says here that the swaths of fuel and liquid coolant cloud our sensors like ghosts, and creaking station remnants collide with the shattered carcasses of planets as their path around the sun. Wow. Wow. And so an incredible construction stirs in the heart of this graveyard, and it appears to be a gigantic machine. Now, a robotic automation larger than our greatest battleships, jerry-rigged from the scraps and pieces of 1,000 shipwrecks. Now, the Jao Sakara reports, that's my scientist, that this scavenging robot shifts through the debris fields with a fixed purpose, scrounging for useful parts to add to its patchwork configuration. It is clear a battle of astronomical proportions once took place here, through whether the scavenger is its own sole survivor or a scrap hunter from some distant nation remains unknown. We should exercise caution as the construct bears heavy artillery from dozens of warships. And so this is disconcerting. Here is the scavenger. And ladies and gentlemen, Xenos out there in the galaxy, we have our screenshot of the game. There it is. Smite it, we shall. And so there is the scavenger. It is a beauty, but we will not be smiting it just yet.
Science vessel under attack.
Holy moly. Oh, it's attacking us though. And this thing is locked in all the way over here. Oh my goodness. And so yeah, now we have contact report of our first Leviathan we've ever found, and the news of it encounters with a deep space construct of a gargantuan proportion is spreading throughout the galactic farmers market. It says while the entity does not appear to be of biological nature, its mere existence has inescapable ramifications for the possibility of technology and mega engineering. We are but motes of dust.
Vessel destroyed.
And now Jal Sakura is dead. Yeah, that's a Leviathan. Yeah. When you said Levi, I instantly thought of Attack on Titan. Farmers Market. Yeah. Oh yeah. And that scavenger bot just had a meal. So cool. Guys, right now it does not look like I have a lot of food. That's because my food is currently attributing to my energy credits. We are selling a lot of it. We are selling 101 food right now on the market. And so here I'm hoping sooner than later we can begin forming the galactic market. I think that's about another 20 years away though. But yeah, I got my science ship here, desperately waiting. All of my fleets are repaired. Let's go to our fleet manager. And so the rapid strike fleet, we need really 4 more ships. And I'm going to reinforce them all. All right, cool. So yeah, we got 4 more of them on the way. That leader just got harvested. Sure did. Yo, but look, we might have lost a scientist there, but for the sake of science, they knew this was a dangerous game.
Finalized.
And yo, we got more intel on the Boinkus Empire. Let's see what's going on here. Still, nothing about their relative power. That's unfortunate. We will begin another operation then. And right now, their encryption is routine to us. And so we can pretty frequently do these operations against them and just continue learning more and more about them, or even doing other operations against them as well. And so, yeah, in the meantime, let's, oh, check this out. Tim Curry Space Exodus is doing the work for us. All right, and so before we watch Tim Curry Space Exodus do what they got to do, they're actually in a risky battle right now. The galactic community is forming. It says that as more and more spacefaring civilizations establish formal relations with one another, the galaxy is becoming a vibrant and lively place. To avoid tragic misunderstandings between nations, an increasing number of diplomats have called for the establishment of a new pan-galactic organization, a community, if you will, where the empires of the galaxy can meet to discuss important matters. Should the Galactic Farmers Market pledge its support to the creation of the galactic community? Guys, I'm going to leave that there. This is going to be a pretty, I mean, it depends. I like to give my community the option to vote in my game, and I'm going to let you guys decide. Do we join the galactic community, or do we say, no, we have no time for this nonsense, we got to go farm? And so we're going to wrap this stream up here. Before we go, though, let's do a quick look at everything that has happened in our game so far. And so let me back out of this. I'm going to move this to the side so I don't select an answer. Tim Curry Space Exodus. We defeated them in battle. Right now, we are gaining intel on the Boinkus Empire. I joined the galactic market. I joined for the galactic market. That is true, but some farmers may have other ideas. Like I said, I'm giving you guys control of my game here. And so, I mean, obviously, yes, I would prefer to join the galactic community. But this is a interactive run, and so you will be able to decide, do we join the galactic community, or hell, I don't know if I've ever even played a game where I did not join the galactic community. So I don't know. The decision is yours. Guys, we are going to be finding out more about the relative power of the Boinkus Empire. I get the feeling that they are a looming threat with that benevolent diplomatic stance. Get this holy empire over here that we're starting to learn a little bit more about. I'm Alfie Delete. I will see you all later. If you're watching this on Twitch, hang out for a little bit because we are going to be doing a raid for someone. But until then, deuces.